Review day! Yep, it's that time of day again. It's review day. Yesterday was the final episode of Season 4 for The Walking Dead. And I, of course, was very excited for the season finale of The Walking Dead. Season 4 finale, I should say. Because The Walking Dead is totally my favorite show. It seriously is. I mean, come on. Who doesn't love a good zombie show? Put your hand down. Seriously. Anyways, Walking Dead, I originally first found the show in the middle of their first season. They were like on episode 4 or 5 or whatever episode they were on. Season 1 was like one of the shortest seasons ever, and it was alright, and it wasn't really boring. It was probably the season that really broke out The Walking Dead. The season didn't require The Talking Dead, which has that really annoying guy. And well, no offense, he's a cool person and all, but sometimes he does get annoying. So, anyways, throughout The Walking Dead season 4, we find that a lot of things happen. Like if you remember at the end of season 3, Rick and everybody brings back the group from what's it called? What was that town called again? It was that town that the governor was responsible for. But fuck, I forgot what that town was called. I mean, I should know. I watched The Walking Dead since season 2. Well, halfway season 1. Of course, I watched all the episodes. So then, yeah, I kind of forgot about that town. It'll probably pop into my mind later in the video. But anyways, The Walking Dead is one of my favorite shows of all time now. And to be honest, they are doing a really good job doing this show, because it's based off of the comics The Walking Dead. If you guys didn't really know that there were comics of this, well, there are comics. You should read them. I have. I'm actually reading them right now. Well, not really, but not now, but I do read the comics partially. So then, Walking Dead season 4. Walking Dead season 4 starts off with the group, a big group at the prison, and we got Rick and Carl as farmers. Herschel, of course, is there with one leg, and of course we are missing a lot of people. Back in season 3, we lost Lori, that big black guy. No offense, I forgot what his name is. We lost a couple of people from the original group. Season 4, we originally lose Carol. Now, she eventually comes back during the second half of the season, and she's a big part of that season. Throughout The Walking Dead season 4, the group overcomes a lot of challenges. Now you can turn, or now you can die by just getting the cold or the flu or whatever it was that they all got. Well, the majority of the group. A lot of the group gets killed by the flu, and it's quite a big deal. So the majority of the first half of the season, they're all fighting off a flu, which kills a lot of the group. And if that wasn't bad enough, the governor returns with a group of his own. Of course, he persuades them to attack Rick's group at the prison. Of course, they lose, but we'll get to that later. So during the sickness, no, not Rick. Well, yeah, was it Rick that went off? I don't really remember, but there were a group of people who went off to get some medicine, like cold medicine, flu medicine, or whatever it was. And everybody knows, yeah, you get the cold, yeah, you got to take some medicine, get some rest, drink some water, and then it passes through. This, if you get sick from this, you die. So you got to take the medicine. So then, a lot of them don't really make it. Glenn, of course, almost dies from it, but it passes through him. And, of course, him and Maggie get separated after the governor attacks. Speaking of the governor has been going on his old ways of doing whatever. He doesn't really come back as the governor until near the end of the first half of Season 4. So then, what are we going to do then? So the governor finds a new girlfriend, and his girlfriend has a daughter. She ends up getting bit, of course, and the governor ends up killing her, the daughter. Come to find that the mother kills him after the long, gruesome battle and all. Of course, Michonne stabs her through the chest, missing his heart, of course, but he's bleeding to death. The governor to me was just a complete and utter bastard, and I honestly thought that there was going to be some good in him. I thought that that him and Rick could possibly work together. But nope, the governor had to cut off Hershel's head. Which, of course, if you did not cry in that scene, during that scene I should say, then you have no soul. I still tear up in that episode. I still do. Anyways, throughout this season, we end up crying a lot. A lot of things you wouldn't really expect to happen, but did happen. Like, we all thought that Terminus would just be the next great thing, ending up being a not big great thing, but like let's just say that Terminus is the worst place you want to be right now. Yeah, because in Season 5, Rick and the group are going to kick some ass. So now we got... Let's just scroll back. Let's continue finishing off the season. After the season halfway point, jail is fucked, of course. I mean, there's no way claiming the freaking prison now. So they got to go wherever. They end up finding these signs called, of course, Terminus. The next, what they thought was going to be the next great thing, because then they're safe. Of course, if they didn't learn that from Herschel's farm when it got destroyed, and of course the prison when it got destroyed, then they'll find out pretty damn quickly that Terminus is nothing but bad news. Of course, we shouldn't know that yet, till the end. So then we got everybody going to Terminus. Of course, we lose 2 people on the way. I'm pretty sure we did we lose more than 2 people on the way? I don't think so. We gained 3 people. And so then they're going to do whatever. They're going to go to Washington to try to stop whatever. But I hope that goes well. I seriously do. But the 2 people that we lost, I hate to say them, I hate to say it, but they were kids. There was kids involved. Lizzie and, what was her name? What was the other kid's name? All I know is that it was Lizzie and some other kid. It was her sister. And we end up losing those 2 kids. Lizzie was just a psychopath. She didn't really understood zombies. And she thought that they were just different people. That they were just sick. Sick. Really. You can't understand that they're all dead? If you can't understand that they're all dead and they're trying to kill you, I honestly felt sorry for Carol when she had to shoot Lizzie. Of course, I did understand. We all did understand that Lizzie was just going to kill everybody. Thankfully, she didn't kill Judith. But we don't know what happened to Carol, that other big black guy, and Judith. We don't know what happens to them. So then, those 2 kids are dead now. I was kind of hoping that that wouldn't happen, because I did read in the comics that Lizzie does end up getting herself killed. Who knew it would be season 4, though? It was a good season, to be honest. Carol did the right thing to me. To me, she did a great thing. So then, Then we reach Terminus. First, Glenn, Maggie, and the other group, the other three people, the other several people, I should say, reach there first. And of course they get trapped, but we don't know that yet. At first, they're greeted by the people. But we don't know if Carol, Judith, Beth is there. We don't know if Beth survived. I mean, if Beth dies, I mean, I'm gonna be emotionally sad because Beth was kind of a cool character to me. So then, Rick, Carl, and Michonne reached Terminus. And we kind of know what happens from there. Wait, Rick, Carl, Michonne, and Daryl, I want to say? Is his name Daryl? Yeah, it's Daryl. Is it Daryl? I want to say Daryl. Pretty sure it is Daryl. Merle's the one that got turned. I'm pretty sure it is Merle that got turned. So we got those four people. And now they're all trapped in a car box. Or whatever the fuck it's called. Train car, whatever. And we end the season from there. Rick, of course, saying that they're fucking with the wrong group, which they are absolutely right. And I can't wait to see this side of Rick, Season 5. So now, we come to the end where I decide to rate The Walking Dead. And The Walking Dead, so far, after Season 4, this is kind of hard. Rating something, especially a show, after a season, after a good season, I should say, is pretty hard. You know, we've seen people die, we've seen people come and go. It's really hard to think about people coming and going. Well, especially the going part. So then, I'm going to rate the Season 4 so far 10 out of 8, to be honest. And the reason why I do 10 out of 8, 10 out of 8 stars? You gotta be kidding me. That's impossible. How could you rate 10 out of 8 stars? Well, there's a specific reason why. Although I enjoy the drama, the zombies, the story, I mean, come on, it's The Walking Dead. Who doesn't enjoy a good zombie flick? Season 4 inspired me to kind of bring back the Death Eater character. To bring back the Death Eater character inside me. to bring back the excitement, the epicness, the dark side of me that most of you kind of experienced if you've subscribed to me and seen my past videos before. So that's kind of one reason why I'm rating this 10 out of 8 stars. Now the other thing I'm going to rate, I just got done watching it, was Monsters University. For those who don't know what Monsters University is, well, you're dumb, for one. And two, this was a well-deserved movie that needed to be created. But I wasn't expecting a prequel. Monsters Incorporated, the first movie that came out, was probably one of my most favorite movies ever as a child. Or as a... well, yeah, as a child. Monsters, Inc. was a fairly decent movie, and it wasn't too overrated. It was decent. Monsters University, however, was well deserved. And to be honest, a lot of people have been asking for a sequel. So, what do we get? We get a prequel, of course, but not in the way that we kind of expected. We expected something that went along the lines of Monsters University or Monsters Inc. Well, Monsters University led up very, very well to Monsters Inc. So then, what I expected is how Mike and Solvey was his name is? Who cares? Anyways, I kind of expected for the two main characters to how we got to know them, how they became best friends, which we did end up learning how they became best friends, but in a different way. Monsters University is a good movie to people like me. I mean, I expected this movie, well, a sequel to Monsters Inc. years ago. We never got it until Monsters University came out. Monsters University was about Mike, of course. It was mainly focused on Mike, though. It wasn't really focused much on Solvey. Or Sullivan, if that's his real name, of course. So we got Mike, who's been studying to be a scarer, or a guy who scares people, who scares the humans, I should say, the children. Then, of course, some things happen, and everything goes bad, of course. So Mike is portrayed to be a person that doesn't fit, to be something. So then he tries to prove himself through a competition that he can be that somebody. And of course, near the end, Sullivan does cheat to have him and his team win this scare games. So then, after Mike tries to prove himself as a scarer, Sullivan goes after him. They come up with a plan. Epic shit happens, and then they become best friends. Now, to be honest, I didn't really expect Monsters University to come out this way. It wasn't really cheesy. It wasn't really a bad movie. It wasn't really poor, actually. It was done very, very well. So hopefully in the near future we can expect a sequel, not a prequel to the movies, and hopefully we'll get another Monsters Inc. movie. Most likely, I don't know, the future of Monsters Inc. I mean, since we don't really have that big boss guy from the first movie, the original movie, and then something will happen, I'm assuming. So at the end of that, although that was pretty short, I'm going to go ahead and give Monsters University 10 out of 15, just to be fair. Now, going back to The Walking Dead, I did say 10 out of 8. Monsters University, 10 out of 15. Or I could do 5 out of 10. Now, 5 out of 10, more like 7 out of 10, since it is 10 out of 15. So 7 out of 10 for Monsters Inc. Or for Monsters University, excuse me. I did enjoy the movie. I loved it, actually. But to me, it could have been done better. It could have been like I said, a sequel, not a prequel. But it was the Monsters movie we were all waiting for years, and we finally got it. So now, I don't know, we can wait for another Monsters movie or something. I'm just hope that if they do make another Monsters movie, that it will be a sequel, not a prequel. Not the sequel to the prequel, where they end up doing all that, getting their actual jobs at the Monsters Inc. place, because they kind of show that at the end of the Monsters University, but with pictures, not with how they actually got it. So I'm really looking forward to a sequel now to Monsters Inc. So thank you guys for watching. If you don't agree with me, please comment on what you thought Monsters Inc. or The Walking Dead should have gotten. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.